Hi, I'm Neil Ivison from Ivison Guitars, and this is the Dakota. I went down to one of the vintage dealers that I was doing repairs for at the time, and they had in a 64, I think it was 64 Cardinal Red Firebird 5 or Firebird 7, and I tried it and it just sounded great. It sounded really, really cool. And as I was talking to them, it gently started slipping off my lap. The headstock was heading towards the floor, and I caught it, which was a good thing to do because it was 30 grand, which was one of my better saves that day, I must admit. And I just thought, well, there must be a way to get that sound into something a little more ergonomic and more familiar to players. I took the shape of our Hurricane model, which is obviously a single cut shape, and then just set about in my user design process, which is there's no paper and pen really. It's just a case of getting some bits of wood together and getting a router and shaving bits off and putting it in the bandsaw and shaving a bit more off until it looked how I wanted it. And then we came up with this. I sent it to a few pals of mine and they said, oh, you know, I think you're onto something. It just sounded great, and I've always loved the sound of Alan Collins on that old Skinner stuff. That real bitey, bitey tone. So to try and get that into something that would be more manageable on stage was a big thing for me. And also, once I'd tried, got the bridge pickup, the neck pickup was a revelation for me because it actually sounds quite stratty. So, it's a mellow tone compared to the bridge, which is obviously take your head off if you want it to. It's a versatile guitar. There's plenty of sounds in it. It's based on some of my favourite guitars, like the slab body juniors and specials. I wanted to get that into the mix. The headstock, we wanted to go with a 3-a-side, more standard looking thing, but in the end went for these two little recesses each side, which were a nod to the original headstock of the offsets, but still in a 3-a-side package. On the standard Dakota, we use mahogany bodies, African mahogany bodies with a mahogany neck, and we have got some old growth stock as well, which we use as a special order. But they're both mahoganies. We also on the Carina guitars we use Idigba actually, which is a great wood, a cousin of limber, and it's very light, very resonant, and just sounds fantastic. And other than that, it's pretty much as you would expect from a 2-pickup single cut guitar, really. This is our most popular model currently. Once we got the 2-pickup design finalised, immediately I wanted to try a single pickup guitar because that's obviously where my passion is, and we did the Dakota 1. For obvious reasons it's called the Dakota 1 because it's just got one bridge pickup. So I've always loved single pickup guitars. I just think they're unwieldy, they're sort of vibrant. There's no extra magnet here, so that you get the whole vibration of the string. They just sound great. As we've gone on and the team has grown, we've got Paul now who is winding all our pickups in-house for us. And that also means that we can accommodate various requests. One such request from one of our artists actually was a P90 in the bridge with a standard Freebird in the neck, but keep it in the original look of the original case. So that's actually gives you a little bit more grunt in the bridge with the classic Freebird in the neck, and that's proved to be a very popular set. We nicknamed that the Freebird, but it sounds killer. couple of people asked if we do a reverse headstock. So we did. We're always up for a challenge, and that's our reverse headstock model. It's not just cosmetic. It does reduce the tension on the lower E and lower E and A strings, which gives you more resonance, and they ring. For days. Like one of our customers said, it's like a piano. We do a Dakota 7, which is the 3 pickup version. We've done some with a Filtertron. We're going to do more Filtertrons in the coming year. We've done one with just a neck pickup, which is like a reverse one with just in the neck, and it again a really interesting guitar, that one. It's a really good platform for us to make interesting guitars, and and that's obviously what we love to do. Well, the response since day one has been amazing, really, more than I could ever hope for. From people who play for fun, people who just enjoy playing, to people who tour the globe with them and play them on stages and in stadiums. People just sort of embraced it as a slightly newer take, because it's difficult to do original stuff in guitar land. Previously, I was doing quite sort of slavish, dead-on copies of original 50s guitars, which I really enjoyed, and I honed my craft on that. But I wanted to make a guitar that people recognise as its own thing, and I think the Dakota has done that. The press have also got behind us incredibly. Sometimes I find that worrying, because it means I have to match up to gold 10 out of 10 reviews, but keeps me on my toes. I don't mind that. I'm just really pleased that people have accepted this guitar for what it is. It's a labour of love. I love it. I hope you do too. It helps me feed my family and keeps me a job in the dry. So thank you very much.